My name's Jason. Let's connect the dots. In this video, I want to show you how to clean your rifle barrel. This video will correlate with the cleaning blog on ctdshooting. There are lots of ways to clean your rifle. I don't want it to be like this is the only way to do it correctly. I think if you follow 3 basic principles, you're doing it right. Number 1 is safety. Too many people get hurt each year because they don't check to see if their rifle is unloaded. Number 2, you gotta get the barrel clean, which is what I'm gonna show you. And number 3, you got to do that without harming anything else on the rifle. The example that I want to show you for cleaning the rifle is my heavy varmint 30BR. I got back late last night from the Iowa State Championship. I cleaned after the 100-yard portion, and then I did not clean after the 200 yards, so I probably have 60 to 65 rounds on this barrel. Before I clean it, I want to show you what it looks like with a Borescope. So here's the chamber. And there is where the lands and grooves start. So that's actually where the barrel starts. This would be more the throat area. And you can see the dreaded carbon ring right in there. That is very tough to get out. I might have to make a separate video to show you how to get rid of that. But I'll show you how I get the majority of it right now. And then here's the barrel. You can see there's the lands and the grooves. That black stuff is carbon. That comes from the powder. And I don't know if we'll be able to see the copper, but the copper's in there from the bullets. As bad as this is, I might have to use IOSO to get rid of some of that black stuff like that right there. My cleaning probably will not get rid of that. I'll have to use IOSO. But I'm going to show you my cleaning process to get rid of the majority of all this carbon and copper. Before I start cleaning the rifle, I have to protect it. The first thing I want to protect are the optics. I like Scope Shield scope covers. Easy to put on. They do a good job of protecting the glass from solvent or from any cleaning rod mishaps. Then I want to protect the stock. You just take an old rag, lay it over the stock. I think the most missed item in cleaning would be the use of a bore guide. What the bore guide does is it fits inside the action, and then your cleaning rod will go down that bore guide, and it keeps the cleaning rod from banging back and forth down your barrel as you clean your rifle. Alright, it's time to start cleaning the barrel. I have a 30 caliber barrel, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a 26 caliber nylon brush. And I'm going to wrap a cotton patch around it. And I like Borescope Eliminator. There's lots of good cleaning solvents on the market. I am a believer in using a gun cleaning solvent. Some people use things for engines or their cars. I don't know if it's worth the risk to do that. And all I do is I just make one pass down the barrel. And I'm accomplishing 2 things. Number 1, I'm getting rid of a lot of that loose powder, that loose copper. And the second thing is I'm coating the barrel with that solvent. So now that solvent's actually working on the powder and working on the copper. I then take a rag and I clean off my cleaning rod after that one. A lot of people will use a jag. Most of the competitors that I shoot against, actually all the competitors that I shoot against, they use a cleaning jag like this and they simply poke a patch on there. It's a lot faster than my method, but I like using all of the patch. I think it gives me a bigger surface area to clean with. And then I'm going to repeat that process one more time. And this time I'm going to short stroke the barrel. I'm just scrubbing it with that nylon patch with the cotton patch wrapped around it. And I'm going to let that barrel soak while I work on that carbon ring in the chamber. And the first thing I do is I take another cotton patch, and this time I have a 45 caliber nylon brush. I'm just going to soak it with solvent. And what this is going to do is this is going to go in the chamber, but it's not going into the barrel. It's a 30 caliber barrel. This brush will not fit down it, so it's going to stay inside the chamber, but it's not getting into the neck part, it's just the chamber. So you can see there's some gunk on there. Now for the neck area, the throat area, I have a 357 bronze brush. I'm going to put some solvent on it. And this will work its way into the neck, but it won't go down the barrel. And I simply, I'm going back and forth around the neck area, trying to get that carbon ring. And again, this will not get all of that carbon ring. That carbon ring is a bear to get out. I'll make a separate video on how to get rid of that. I was actually talking to some guys at the Iowa State Championship, and they gave me different ways that they get rid of that carbon ring. I'm going to experiment, find the way that I like best, and then I'll make a video on that one of just the carbon ring. Alright, now I'm going to take that 45 caliber nylon brush, wrap a patch around it. Trying to get out as much of that stuff as I can. The lion's share of the cleaning is going to come from my 30 caliber nylon or bronze brush. Remember, this is a 30 caliber barrel. I'm going to use a 30 caliber bronze brush. I'll put some solvent on it. I'm just going to make single passes, come out. Be careful when you come back in. And I do not have a set number that I do. Some people like to do 12, some people like 15. I'm doing more of the feel when I'm coming back. So it's all the way out. I'm going to bring it back, and I'm simply feeling. And right there, you see how it's tougher for me to do that? That's where there's going to be more carbon buildup. And so I'm just basically going until that gets smoother. So it's more based on feel than it is a number. And it's starting to smooth up now. I can feel it. All right, let's see what that looks like. There it is. 26 caliber nylon brush, cotton patch, and this patch usually comes out pretty nasty. Just make one pass down, and you can see all the carbon, you can see all the copper that's on there. Do that one more time. And this time I'm going to short stroke the barrel with that clean cotton patch. And this will just give me an idea of what I need to do. Most likely I'll have to use the bronze brush one more time. Yeah, there's still quite a bit of stuff on this patch. What I want to do now is I want to check to see how good a job I did. So I'm going to use a tighter fitting nylon brush. This time I'm going to use a 28 caliber nylon brush. Remember, it's a 30 caliber barrel. Wrap a cotton patch around it. And this is going to be a much tighter fit. And what I want to do is I want to come back, get close to the end. I'm not going to come all the way out. No, that's all right. And now I'm bringing it back. And it felt pretty smooth. There wasn't any catches on the way back. So that's an indication that my barrel is clean. The second indication is what the cotton patch actually looks like. And there's virtually nothing on this cotton patch. So those two things, the smoothness of bringing it back and the visual inspection of the cotton patch, this barrel is pretty clean. All right, we got the barrel clean. What I want to do now is finish cleaning the chamber. I'm going to take that 45 caliber nylon brush, wrap a patch around it. Chamber area. Then I'm going to take a lug recess cleaning tool. Just cleans the back side of those lugs in there. There you go. Our barrel should be clean. What I want to do now is I want to prove it to you with the Borescope. Inside the chamber, I want to find the lamp right there. So you can still see how that carbon ring is still on the edges right there. That's a bear to get out, and I'll show you some different techniques on a different video of how to get rid of that. But the majority of that black stuff back here is gone. But what's left is that carbon ring. All right, here's our lands and grooves. Nice sharp edges. There's still a little bit of black in there, and that'll take ISO to get rid of that. But for the most part, for that little 5-minute cleaning, it did a pretty good job. Now that we have the barrel clean, what I usually do after a big match or after several firings, 50, 60 firings, I will use wipeout accelerator and wipeout foaming agent. So I simply take a cotton patch, and this helps clean the barrel. It also protects the barrel. They have different chemicals in there that help protect the barrel from any corrosion, rusting, things like that. So I just swab the barrel. And then I foam the barrel. I'm going to put a cotton patch in the chamber just to make sure nothing runs back this way. Make sure my barrel's pointing downhill. And I will just let this sit for a day. I might do it later tonight, but most likely I'll let it sit for a day. And that is how I protect my barrels. The last thing I want to do before I turn off the lights is I want to clean up my bronze brushes. The way I do that is I take isopropyl alcohol and I simply squirt it on the bronze brush, and you'll see this blue stuff just come off of there. Remember, we're using a solvent that dissolves copper. Bronze has copper in it, so we want to stop that chemical reaction from happening. And we can do that with this isopropyl alcohol. There you go. Got her done. Well, there you have it. I showed you how to protect the rifle and then clean the rifle without harming it. Please keep in mind that CTD shooting is not about you must do it this way type of material. There's lots of ways you can clean a rifle. I want Connect the Dots to simply give you proven techniques. Maybe you learn the importance of a bore guide. Maybe you like the technique of wrapping a cotton patch around a nylon brush. Anything that you can take and apply to your own procedures and techniques is what Connect the Dots is all about. Until next time, enjoy the experience.